All right, you were just listening to APS and APD officials updating us on the shooting at West Mesa High School this morning. We have learned one student was shot and killed. Police telling everyone watching no one is in danger anymore at the campus.
You saw the video from Sky 7 during that press conference, and we also have cameras on the ground this morning. You're seeing a lot of people gathering. This is parents gathering, and they're emphasizing that the shelter in place is over, but they're going building to building, classroom by classroom, by releasing the students at West Mesa High School. And that's why they're saying that this is going to take a long time until all of the students are clear from that campus. They also, we do want to mention that they believe they know who the shooter is, but they're in the process of trying to find that person right now. That is how the police chief worded that. And
the shooting, they kept making this a point, happened off of campus, but close. And officials, you could see visibly, they were distraught over this. We heard from Superintendent Scott Elder, who said, yes, this did not happen on campus, but it was close. Too close. And then other city officials, the mayor, the DA, saying that juveniles with weapons is a problem that our city, that our state must get control of. Yeah, the superintendent also stressing too that you know, some of these parents just got a knock on their door this morning, and it's the worst news that any parent would want to hear. So to keep things in perspective as they go over and everything in this developing situation this morning. And we're watching Sky 7, so you're seeing a lot of parents on the campus of West Mesa High School there to pick up their child. Again, the shelter in place has officially been lifted, but as Todd mentioned, they're slowly going through the building, getting all of the students off of campus. So they were asking parents to please be patient with them. But we do want to just point out, officials saying no one is in danger any longer. The shooting happened around 8:30 this morning, and again we learned one student was shot and killed just off of the West Mesa High School campus. It's a tough day for that campus for sure, for all parents who have children at these schools. We're going to keep you up to date all day long. We will be working this case in the newsroom. We have multiple teams out there in the field this morning and this afternoon. You can always stay with KOAT.com for the very latest. Yeah, we'll keep you updated on this. Thank you for watching. All right, actually, we're not going to dump out of coverage just yet. We want to go to the APS spokesperson. A lot of people want to hear from APS to just find out how this all unfolded for them today. We're going to check in with Monica Armenta. We're standing by. She's going to get on with us live so you can hear directly from APS on this. I think the thing that we want to hear from Monica right now is how they are going to orchestrate getting everyone off the campus. This is a large campus. This is a high school. Yeah, and I think it was confusing for a lot of families early in the day because shelter in place is what APS tweeted out. They said yes, and then they said it was lifted and then it was back in place. But I know that Monica was saying this is just a developing chaotic situation. So let's get all of this cleared up. We have Monica Armenta standing by with our own Genevieve Glass. Genevieve.
Hey, Roll. Yeah, so I'm here with Monica. We did just out of the press conference here, but we had a couple follow-up questions for you, Monica. Thanks for meeting with us today. Sure. So they did say that students are slowly leaving off campus. I was wondering if you could elaborate to that process.
I don't know what time it is. I've lost a little track this morning, but the minute we were aware that there was a situation off-site of the campus, but close enough, an immediate impact, we began orchestrating a release process. So we've been working on that all morning. I heard someone ask the superintendent this morning if parents were notified early enough. The minute something like this happens, police come in. We have to wait for their notification to start the process. Students are now leaving. Students' parents were called at least a few times today. We apologize for that, but the information was fluid, so we had to continuously update that. Parents are now being asked to come off of Fortuna. They'll enter from West Fortuna and exit east on Glen Rio. The students who drove themselves to class today will be able to get home with their own vehicle unless they're parked in the lot on 64th Street. In that case, those cars will have to remain where they are because it's too close to the crime scene.
Understood. And one thing that I wanted to ask, what do you say to parents and other students right now who students may still be in the school, parents at home? They say that kids aren't in danger anymore, but they have a couple of suspects that they may think would be the suspect. What do you have to say to them?
We do everything we can to secure a premise when something like this happens. I was in the school earlier, and it is swarming with both police, administration, and different agencies there helping. Police, I am very confident, would not have kept students as long if they felt there was any danger. The first question that we always get is it an active shooter? There was no active shooter. I think police were pretty clear that this seemed to be an altercation between two individuals that happened off campus this morning. It's terrifying for anybody anymore. I go to the grocery store and think about whether or not I'm going to get home some days, the movies, amusement parks. It's a state of reality that we all live in. But people need to know. And I think if you have a student in APS, students in APS have relationships. They have relationships with teachers, the principal, with trusted adults and friends. I think for the most part, if you really talk to those people, they tell you that they do feel comfortable. In fact, schools are some of the safest place for many of our kids to be at. We would never put them at risk had we thought that there was anything more to this morning. We have a very, very diligent police department. We're grateful to Albuquerque police. They don't get the praise they should, and all they face is criticism when in fact every day they wake up and put their lives on the line, and they do good work at keeping us safe. If there was a threat, if we really thought there was a threat, students would have been evacuated immediately. In fact, all staff in APS currently is required to go through ALICE training again, and that's something that students go through, sadly, a couple of times a year, because that's the situation we're in. And not just in Albuquerque Public Schools, in every city in America.
And Monica, what's your message to students who are now going to go through the weekend thinking about this and have to come to school on Monday?
The message is we'll have counselors available on Monday. In the meantime, every student should have a trusted adult or someone close to them that they can express their concerns and their fears to. The one thing that I don't think is stated often enough and understood, because you don't want to scare people, but the truth is that the see something, say something works. There are many instances in which someone has been courageous enough to come forward and go to a teacher or go to police and share with them information that they had either third hand or first hand that could have been much worse. So what our students need to know is that first of all, there are people who are willing to help, and secondly, that school is not the only place anymore where you need to be aware of your surroundings. Unfortunately, we're having to teach children, from the time that they can speak, no matter where they go. You get them, you send them off to an amusement park, you put them on a plane, they go to the grocery store. This isn't a school issue. It happened this morning off campus, very close, too close to a school, but this isn't a school issue. This is something that we're all dealing with. And until we can find more courageous people and who want to go into law enforcement or into schools, we're limited in how much we can do on campus every day. That is almost painful to say. I didn't grow up at a time when any of this, but it is our reality, and it's not Albuquerque Public Schools reality. It's the reality we all live in.
Absolutely. Just too close to home. Is there anything else you want to share that we didn't cover?
Just that we again want to reiterate that at no time do we believe that students were at any harm. This did not happen on campus. We apologize if we over-messaged today. The information was fluid. The minute we had something to share, we passed it along via our 24/7 emergency messaging through the media. Thank you to the media for helping us get that out. And the information changed. And that is because you don't walk into a situation like this and know what you're dealing with.
Of course.
It happens over time, and that's why we're so cautious with the messaging.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Monica. We appreciate your time as always. Thank you. Yes, that was Monica Armenta with APS here, giving us some great information. And one thing that I also want to reiterate is to keep tabs on APS's social media, because that is where they will be sending out information today. Live here, I'm Genevieve Glass, KOAT Action 7 News.
Genevieve, thanks for the information. I'm guessing no parent would say you over-communicated today, right? Keep pumping those messages out. The difficult part of this is it did happen off campus, and that's why there is so much confusion on campus.
Right, but you can pick up your student now. It is
Yep.
a slow going process, so we just want to give you some details about how exactly you can do that. So if you're going to go to West Mesa High School, if you're not already there, you can enter from West Fortuna. If your student drove to school today, they can leave in their car unless they're parked in that parking lot near 64th Street. So if they're parked there, APS saying they're going to have to leave their car at least for a few hours or until that scene is cleared.
Until they clear the scene this morning. We've seen from our cameras on the ground this morning, there is a lot of traffic out there. As you would expect, it's going to take a while to clear the entire school. Monica did stress there, they held on to students because it was quickly deemed that the campus was safe.
Yeah.
And that is why they didn't mass evacuate everyone like they would do if this situation were to be on campus.
It was not an active shooter situation. Again, all of public officials just telling the public today that this is a community-wide program, and to please, if you see something, please say something. Teach that to your children. Just a call to the public that if you think a juvenile has a gun or might have access to one or might be thinking about hurting someone, to please contact APS Police or APD.